Welcome to Flowers Thoughts. Good morning, guys. I just thought I'd do a very quick video because I noticed something the other day. I could be completely wrong. I'm usually not about these things, though. I'm not being egotistical. It's just the truth. So you may have seen. Oh God, what's my screen? You may have seen this, but no. This bull figure here. I'm sorry about this. This bull figure here on the right-hand side, supporting the Commonwealth Games. Let's see if we can enlarge it. Maybe able to. Nope, just got my home screen instead. Come on. But anyway, basically, you've seen it about, I'm sure, surely. It's for the Birmingham 22 Commonwealth Games. It's that bull figure there. It's got the hooves, and so it's actually a minotaur because it's half human, half bull. Anyway, you might be thinking, like, Hayden, what are you on about? Like, it's just turned 8 a.m. Well, it is while I'm recording this video. It might be a bit later by the time anyone watches it. Well, it's interesting to me because we've had recently the overturning of the abortion rights in America. Not in all states, just in a few. And it makes it now illegal to have abortions. In a couple of states, I think it's something like 8 or something like that. And obviously, this is making the Christians happy, but it's pissing off the elite, and it's pissing off obviously people that agree with abortion. I'm not getting into that debate. Like, I'm gay. It doesn't bother me. Like, either way, what you guys do. Like, obviously, it's upsetting. I guess, like, if any form of life that's getting destroyed for no reason, I guess, like, when it could come, I guess that's upsetting in any sense, but you've got to think about, like, the circumstances that it's under, haven't you, I guess. But that's a completely that's beyond me right now. As I say, we gays don't have babies. But yeah, so basically, actually I never can tell where it's gonna. Moloch is basically the Canaanite deity. It's this thing here. It's the child sacrifice god. So I'm just giving you a quick scroll through on Wikipedia. You can check it out on there. It's Moloch, Moloch, sorry. It's sometimes pronounced Molech. It's found in Leviticus in the Bible. It's a form of Baal worship, and Baal being a fertility god. Fertility, what we just had in America, the overturn of that. We just had Kendrick Lamar on stage, crown of thorns around his head. Christ, when he died on the cross, he had a crown of thorns on his head, didn't he? But his crown of thorns wasn't so glamorous. It was all bloody, and to the point where they thought it was abhorrent, and they was punching their chests because it was just that horrible. Like, Kendrick Lamar's, I think it was made by Tiffany and Co. His crown of thorns, and so that's obviously a bit blasphemous. So yeah, I mean, it says it was worshipped by perversion, homosexuals, immorality, and sexual promiscuity. I'd just like to say though, like, it doesn't actually say in the Bible that homosexuality is wrong. It talks about in Sodom and Gomorrah, well, I think it's in Sodom and where two angels come and visit Lude, I think his name is. Pardon me, sorry. And the people of the town come in. Thank you, Parissa, for showing me this video. I did know about it already, but thank you for showing it me again, by the way, because it's really relevant to this as well. If you're watching, that is. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, two angels came to visit this guy in Sodom, and he'd just moved there himself. And basically, the angels they came in the form of man, which they usually do anyway, because they look like as you can't really tell that they. I'm looking over that way because that's where I am. Like the camera's on that side, so I apologise. But yeah, anyway, when they came into this town called Sodom, they had been on a long journey. And when they was on the long journey, they needed a place to rest for the night. They locked on people's doors. Nobody was giving them a place to rest, apart from this guy called Lude. I'm pretty sure his name was Lude. I'm not sure. But yeah, and they knocked on the doors, and he was like, "You guys, you need to get in here. Like, this is not a safe place to be. You need to be in here." And then all of a sudden, all of the town came out, and they was like, "We need to come in. We need to come in. We need to know the person that's in your house." And when they say no, they don't mean like we need to know them. We need to like sniff them out, like look what clothes they're wearing, or get to know them, like shake their hand. It means like get to know, like in the bedroom sort of thing. And this wouldn't be like a. It would be rape, basically. So what they're talking about is rape. They wanted to rape him, but a lot of people point to in the Bible that the reason why Sodom was destroyed was because of homosexuality. That wasn't the case at all. I mean, it's possible. It is possible, I guess. But I mean, it doesn't say that. It says that it was because there's another passage later on where it talks about your sister Sodom. And it talks in the Bible about cities being sisters and stuff. So it was saying your sister Sodom was full of sexual sin and stuff like that. So I think it's very clear that at that point it was actually talking about sexual sin and things like that, as opposed to like as in like forced sex, rape and things like that, as opposed to homosexuality, because homosexuality is between two people. Homosexual sex is between two people that are consenting, unless it's rape, which is obviously wrong, whether you're straight, gay, bi, pan, trans, whatever you are. So yeah. Anyway, back to this. It had an enlarged male sex organ. I think it's also represented as Ishtar in some. What's it not Persian religions. I don't know if it's Zoroastrian. Misha will be able to tell me that. Where was I going to go next? Yeah, you can. Moloch can also be symbolised as an owl, because Moloch is seen as all-knowing, and owls all-knowing because they can turn their heads 360 degrees, much like my little owl here. He can turn his head 360 degrees. What are you doing? No, he can't really, he's just a wooden block, but I just thought I'd introduce him to the video. But yeah, that figure there, as you can see, is represented by Moloch. And Bohemian Grove is also represented. Well, it's got a massive owl in the middle of it, which is obviously there. It is there. You can't really see it that well in this photo, but if I move my camera there, it's just that thing there. That's the owl. Alex Jones once snuck into Bohemian Grove and he made a video of their rituals. Whether or not he was allowed to do that, it looks like it was a covert sort of thing that he did. But how do you sneak into Bohemian Grove? Maybe like 20, 30 years ago, maybe it was a little bit easier, I suppose. But I don't know, I've never really understood Alex Jones. Like he seems to get away with too many things. Like, I don't know. Conspiracy within a conspiracy, eh? But yeah, no, I just don't like his shouting, really. It gives me a headache. And his when he goes off on one and he goes crazy shouting like they're putting gay drugs in the water and things like that. But yeah, I spelled statue wrong. Shut up, it's like 8 AM. What else did I need to show you? I think that was... right, yeah, I think I may have already shown you that. Yeah, I've shown you this already. So yeah, I mean, that's basically just what it was. I just woke up this morning and I was asleep. No, it's just... Oh, she's a bit crushed. I just woke up this morning and I'd been talking to my friend last night about the bull for the 2020 Commonwealth Games, and we were talking about how it was a little bit like come on, Baphomet, come on. It's a little bit like Baphomet, isn't it? And then when I woke up this morning, I was thinking, wait a minute, it's not Baphomet, it's Baal, like it's Moloch. And then I did a little bit of research and I was like, no, it actually is. This is all making sense now. Kendrick Lamar recently, the return of the abortion rights, like this is what it is. This is what it's about. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next like few weeks, months, years. See, because obviously this has pissed off like the elite who use abortion as sacrifice. And I mean, you guys may think I'm crazy and whatever, but like, we don't know what these people do, and they believe it. I mean, if you're gonna get loads of men going into the fucking woods in the middle of the night to worship a fucking massive statue of an owl, and these are the leaders of the USA. Come on, man. Like, who does that? No, like it's not right, is it? So like, if you're gonna think I'm crazy, think they're crazy. I mean, they're the ones in the woods banging each other at fucking 12 o'clock, like 1 o'clock in the morning, screaming, making weird noises. You've seen the video. Like, you don't need me to tell you. So yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share, or don't. I suppose. Nice if you did though. So yeah, thank you very much.